we got Corey Pulling and his buddy Bryce Foster with All Wrongs Reserved.
Who else?
All right. We have them in the house tonight. Corey, Bryce, I am going to let you guys do your own introduction the best way you can, however you want to do it. And after that, we will go ahead and get started with this interview.
Well, yeah, I don't know who all is familiar with us or who isn't, but we are All Wrongs Reserved. And that consists of my man and I, Bryce, me, Corey.
Yeah.
We do YouTube, a lot of Juggalo community content, and other hip-hop stuff. We do stuff outside of that space, and for good reason. And then also, it sounds completely nothing to do with it, but as you know, I have a pepper powder company.
Yeah.
So All Wrongs Reserved is, there we go.
There we go, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a thing that's very by the people, for the people. We make content that we think is fresh.
Think of all sorts of things.
Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong.
And people let us know either way.
Yeah, that does that, and we embrace that, So I would just define this as a YouTube channel and small company that is about freedom of speech and talking about music, and everyone's got an opinion, and we say let it out.
Yeah,
absolutely, hell yeah. This is America. Okay.
You're goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this started off with a bang here. As you said, you guys are like a small business type thing. How you with your podcast and with AWR. So, how long have you had AWR, or how long have you guys been doing this?
A year and a half.
Yeah, and in between that, I've worked on my music here and there, trying to get more singles out, trying to work on this album in between AWR and stuff. So, we're both staying busy within the realms of AWR.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, for the viewers that are watching, some people have gotten a little confused as to what AWR is exactly. Some say that some have been like, is it just a YouTube podcast, or is it your pepper powder? So I'm gonna kind of let you guys explain how you guys differentiate that with all of that.
Well, it's all of the above.
All the above.
We it's part of the another reason we like that it's called All Wrongs Reserved. It's not I guess loosely defined. If you want to get specific, I'd call it a media company, but not in the traditional sense.
Right.
ESPN, right? What do they do? Sports,
right?
So on and so forth. We purposely did not put. It could hurt us in some ways, but for the most part, we prefer it this way. We didn't put like a ceiling on ourselves of, well, we can do this and not that. We can do this and not that. No. We'll do whatever. Frankly, whatever the fuck we want that
exactly
under that, like the pepper powder thing, right? Like we were just a YouTube channel at first, and I was like, well, I grow tons of hot peppers. Me and Dad do that anyway. Why don't I turn it into something? And I was like, well, what should I call it? And I was like, I looked at Bryce, and we were like, All Wrongs Reserved.
There you go.
So All Wrongs Reserved is a media company. And then under that is the pepper powder company, which is a part of it. Like a company can own multiple things. It's no different here.
Right, like a Viacom or a Disney or hell, even a Google.
Yeah.
Right.
They have multiple things under them. So the pepper powder is just another subsidiary of what we already do. We had certain videos of like Bryce eating super hot peppers, like our series Beat a Man's Hot Seat. And so that's kind of why we just tied it together. We were like, well, we already have kind of put things out about super hot shit to begin with.
Right.
So, and it's a dope logo. And then, the art idea came to me. So it just fit. And frankly, it's an easy way for people to remember it too, because it's 3 letters.
AWR.
Yeah. Which is,
you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. It's a lot of companies do that. And it's easy to remember. I mean, Insane Clown Posse, right? ICP, It's easy to remember for people. It's a recognizable logo, and they see that and go, "Oh yeah, that's those 2 motherfuckers." So
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So real quick, one of the other members of this whole whatever you want to call it, family group we got going on here with AWR, Mr. Kiefer Baker has popped into the comments. For those that don't know, Kiefer Baker is the man that created the artwork behind the AWR sticker. The AWR sticker. I'm going to flip the camera around. That is the AWR sticker, guys. And that is what Kiefer Baker did for you guys. Okay?
Yeah,
he is the man.
He does such a great job.
Oh, yeah, Kiefer.
Absolutely. He did a fantastic job.
Here you go. He's quick. He's creative. I don't have much of a mind for art. So usually when I come to him with an idea, it's like, all right, video game theme, and then here's like maybe one or two things I'd like to be a part of the artwork. And then he just spins it out.
Right.
And I've never been anything in the realm of disappointed. It's all been dope. In fact,
right, exactly. And
in many ways, they've gotten fresher. Like I love every one of them is close to my heart for a different reason. But he does a great job. He's a great guy to work with.
Absolutely. Well, see, like when it came down to me making, I'm sure you guys know about the designs that you saw the designs I had created. Kiefer is one of the graphic designers behind one of those designs. Like I commissioned him to do a Richmond design for me. So like I love this work. It's impeccable. It's amazing. I'm going to go into the comments real quick. Jessica, she came and she's like, is in comments to how you guys say that you guys run your stuff. She goes, in quotes, she's like, we will do, frankly, whatever the fuck we want. She's like, I'm goddamn sold. These boys are gold.
Yeah. Dude, like the way we looked at it, it's like, why does there need to be such a ceiling and box, right?
Exactly.
You know, and I guess, you know, in one sense, it might be smart as a business to separate things. But it also makes it a lot easier to promote and or keep track of them if it's just under one banner. Like Kiefer Baker, like him doing the artwork for us, for example, I would consider him, as we like to say, you know, the third letter, a part of AWR.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree with that all day.
You know, it's by the people for the people. It's it doesn't have a tight ceiling on it or anything like that. It's a juggalo thing. What can we say?
Yeah.
Right. Kiefer came in the comments. He goes, Bryce will forever sound like Uncle Ruckus to me. He goes, I love you. He goes, all love for real though. I'm sure. Did you enjoy that as a compliment?
I did. Yeah, I remember he messaged me that a couple months ago. I was like, I can hear it. I appreciate it.
Jessica came in. She's like, don't assume my business. That's funny.
Yeah, because you'll never guess what it is. We're on to something different all the damn time.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So Corey, Bryce, I do want to let you know, part of what I do here on my streams is that after the comments come in, I do my best to try to keep up and read them. I involve my viewers into my live stream the best I can. I stay interactive as best I can. So we will be having a live Q&A at some point during this. I'm going to go ahead and keep going. I've only asked one question so far, so I'm going to keep going down with this, and we're going to get into it.
We got an hour or two.
Right, exactly. So what gave you guys the idea to do, because you guys have, like you said, AWR is the podcast and your pepper powder, whatever you guys decide to create with it, basically. So what gave you guys the idea to do the podcast and now the pepper powder? And is there any other type of side projects or other projects that you might create with AWR?
Yeah. He and I have been known to bust down on an old school vinyl turntable. And we were like, you know, how can we incorporate this with his music, right? And entertain people. And so it's evolved. It evolved probably 3, 4, 5 different times before we ever hit a record button. And we started if you look at our first, you know, a dozen plus videos, they were all recorded, both video and audio, entirely with a singular GoPro.
Yep.
So we've
shit.
Yeah. It's wow. Those little things are impressive.
Yeah,
that is actually very impressive.
I have planned to look at some of our older videos. Like, yeah, it's obvious that it's pretty amateur still, but you would be surprised, man, if you went to some of our older content and be like, wait, this was on a single GoPro on a tripod this big? Like, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
respect the GoPro.
Yes. GoPro got us a lot of our good early videos.
And then, you know, we've evolved. We got great camera now, you know, computers, lighting, all that shit. But it never, I'll tell you, if anyone out there is trying to start something, don't underestimate the GoPro.
Yeah, don't underestimate the GoPro.
I've been heavily debating getting one for my job, just as like because everybody knows I work for Amazon. Everybody knows I'm a delivery driver, and I've been heavily, you know, kind of. on the I've been heavily on the like how you guys are of like expanding, not sticking to one thing,
right,
and making the rig man more than just this. I do a lot of free advertisement for everybody, and it's like I think now it's like okay, I want to try to do a twist with it, not advertise for Amazon, but like advertise for the customers that I deliver to, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of my customers are all of you. You know what I mean? I may not deliver to you guys specifically ever because you guys are in a completely different time zone than us. But you know what I mean? It's in general though. But like my customers are everybody. Anybody on any given day can be my customer, and it's like I want to have a way to kind of like advertise. Hey, thanks to this guy, guess what? I got another $1 in my pocket. Thanks to this guy, I got another hour's worth of work in my pocket. Can I say, stupid shit like that, you know what I mean? But just to expand somehow. But to, the GoPro aspect, I think, is definitely an absolute go-to when it comes down to doing anything to expand a business, because you can do so much with it.
You never know when a good content opportunity is going to pop up either, right?
Right.
So, like, this kind of stuff, you can't travel this. I mean, we did. We brought all this shit to the gathering.
All of it to the gathering.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
We had a hotel room. But on the fly, and again, the video quality with those things, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're looking to get out and do something else, outside your house, phones can be finicky, as we've learned, right? So, and those things are tough as nails. So it all started with a GoPro, man. And now we've moved on up a little bit. We've got better video editing software too.
That was a must.
That was a must.
Right.
It all takes time and it takes a lot of work, but it has been the Juggalos and our general community that has endlessly made it worth it.
Oh, absolutely. The countless props from different people, even, ones we don't personally know, just all our props and love truly makes that third letter of AWR, and it truly fuels us.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. I can imagine that. I mean, and obviously not to take away from you guys at all, but that's kind of how it was with the Rigman page here. It was like, when I first started out, this wasn't shit. This was just me on here smoking and, giving shout outs to random people, random business. Now look at me. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, holy shit.
As long as you're willing to learn and let ideas come to life, I mean, there's more shit you can do. And like you just said,
absolutely.
You were just doing dabs off your toe or whatever at first. Now you've got something a little bit more serious and reputable.
So I have to pause you. Right. I have to pause you there. So while we were waiting for you guys to join, I did a toe dab, okay?
Of course, I never said you should quit.
Right. I before you guys came on, I started the interview for All Wrongs Reserved with a toe dab covered in the Rig Speed No. 7 Rig Speed pepper powder.
You like being miserable, though. It's the type of dude that gets constipated and he's like, this is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, at my age now, I'm like, I fucking regret it, but that was a great experience. That's kind of how I'd go with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was great.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about a little bit of how you guys started out a little bit with the GoPro, all that good stuff. So we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit more. And we're going to kind of I'm going to go into about maybe 2 or 3 questions here all in one, and we can kind of just answer them all at once here. So, what was it like starting out? And now that you have already kind of started out and you've been in it for about a year and then some, do you feel that you have made it with what you do? And amongst all of that, if you want, you can kind of go into, break down the behind the scenes of, your podcast. And then also, if you want, the AWR powder.
So I'll start from the back end of the question.
Okay. However you want to do it.
As far as making it, I think that one of the things he and I have learned through all of this is that whether you've made it or achieved a goal or whatever, that's always evolving too, right?
Absolutely.
I if you'd asked me that, so the answer is yes and no all the time. So
right.
remember our first 100 subscribers, or our first freaking 20 for that matter.
Yeah.
And that felt like freaking win, right? But that's the thing, is it's a ladder, right?
The mountain, as you always say.
It's a mountain, and you got to climb that bitch. So yes, absolutely, I am so proud of, especially being invited to work the gathering by Mankini.
Oh,
and
such a great feeling.
That was, and to be in the actual program for the gathering.
Right, I thought that was fucking cool. So you guys keep going, and I'm gonna actually bring that. I have my books here. I'm gonna try to find that for you guys.
Yeah, so yes, we've definitely achieved a lot, and we're very proud of it. Made it, and so more we're capable of doing. So both. I think a lot of people think that YouTube content creation or otherwise is setting up a camera, hitting record, and haha, I'm famous.
Exactly.
No.
Way much more than that. And I'd also add to that, too, one thing we've learned that I think is good to let YouTube content creators know is that what we've discovered is something as simple as the title and description are so extremely important. From the hashtags you use to the specific words in the title. Like, that stuff is so important to work within a YouTube algorithm and to get people to look at it, find it in their recommended instantly.
We learned all of that stuff the hard way.
Yeah.
Like, we named videos, like a name that made sense to us, and used a picture of us together, right? And that worked great for a while. But I'll tell you, the guys who hit 100K or a milli, the real big dudes, their thumbnail and titling game is strong. Like, the importance of that to get it, people say sometimes like, oh, it didn't get recommended to me, or we'll be surprised, and one of our maybe smaller videos that we didn't think would be a big deal will get super recommended to people.
Exactly.
And we're like, what the fuck?
Right.
What? And it comes down to those things. To YouTube's algorithm is so complicated. And you just got to work with it, man. There ain't no use in fighting it. You either want to do it or you don't. Did that somewhat answer it? I hope so. Somewhere in there.
Yeah. All right. So I was doing that for a reason. Whenever you said that you guys are in the gathering pamphlet and all that stuff, you guys were featured. I had you guys answer that series of questions because I wanted to have time to find you guys, and that kind of worked out fucking perfectly, I think, because.
Dude.
Yeah. No, we know what we do.
Oh yeah. So here we go, guys.
Long breath. All right.
So, last year, during the gathering, it was the Juggalo Flea Market Podcast Super Show Street Team Fiesta Parties. You see it right down here.
Boom! First up.
Yay.
Podcast Super Show includes all wrongs reserved.
Yeah.
All right. So
that was such.
There you go, guys. So they're not bullshitting you. I'm trying to see if there's a description here. I think it's mainly just talking about the podcast everywhere. Yeah, okay. So I just basically wanted to further prove their credentials here. Whenever Corey stated that, when they were featured in the actually featured in the Gathering booklet, it was like, holy shit! What is that? What's the Gathering? I don't know, Mrs. Beer Wheel. No, but I just wanted to basically, on my end, to provide that credential for them. Not that they needed it, but just to kind of show you guys, hey, like, these guys, they were at the Gathering. They're in the fucking Gathering booklet. That's some cool shit. So that was my way to show them and kind of just give a little shout out and a little bit of credit where it's due type shit to all wrongs reserved for just being fucking who they are and always continuing to kick ass, man. You guys are fucking awesome.
That stuff blew us away.
Oh,
like,
God,
I got a message from Mankini. I was like, really? Like, we're sitting there and we're setting up. It's hot as hell.
Oh God, I saw that.
It was getting a little
terrible.
But it rained a few hours later, so it was kind of coming. But it was real hot in a tent. And another thing that was real cool about that, and it was like, dude, it was so janky. I'm sitting in a folding chair that's on a bunch of wires and wobbly. Hey, there you go.
Hey.
And next to us, to our left, was Replicon Radio, and then people who, whether maybe we're not friends or what, but like as creators, right?
Yeah, I watched a good bit of that. Of what you guys put out there. I watched a good bit. I won't lie. I did not watch all of it, but I did watch, like, I'd say about a good 75% of it, of the whole thing put out there.
For that,
you were gathering, bro.
Well, no. I mean, I'm talking about, like, whenever you guys were, whenever you guys, if you're talking about the video that you guys sent me about your review of The Gathering, yeah, I watched like 75% of it, because you also got to remember, and I don't want to really talk too much about it, but our good friend Juggalo Jesus had passed away at that time frame, and I had a lot going on, so I did watch it. I just didn't watch it all. But then also, I have to say this too. I don't know if it was Corey or Bryce, or if it was both of them, but they All Wrongs Reserved made a tribute video to Corey. You guys might remember more of what you guys did with that video than I do.
It was a tribute to The Gathering itself.
Yeah, tribute to The Gathering.
It was a tribute to last year's Gathering itself, and then we did it in memory of him, because I didn't know him personally.
Yeah, we didn't know him personally.
I think I'd ran into him a few times and stuff, but I didn't know him personally, so it would have been fraudulent to act like it was all for him or something. But if you watch the beginning of the video, we did dedicate it to him.
Right.
And we also
right. And I sent that to his mom. His mom loved it. So it was definitely a really nice thing that they did there. And honestly, that was kind of one of the biggest things that got me to be like, hey, you know what? I fuck with you guys heavy, because it was like, they didn't know Derek, or Juggalo Jesus, for those that don't know who Derek is. They didn't know him from Adam. They just knew that he was a good friend of mine, and it affected me, and it affected a lot of people that attended the gathering that year. And they're like, you know what, we're going to do this. Yeah. And they did it as respectfully as they could. Like, there were some people that were hesitant on it, and then, like, when I explained what it was about, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, cool. You know, they were on board with it. So I definitely think it was a beautiful tribute. I honestly, I think I know you guys were the only ones that really did anything, and I think it was amazing what you guys did. So I will say thank you on behalf of everybody else too, as well as that.
Yeah, I mean, we were there. I got this shirt there, and it hearing that when you're there, I mean, talk about a buzzkill, right?
Right,
just the general sadness of it and all that, but. It's a silver lining around something like that.
Yeah,
but,
no.
But we thought, you know what? If it was me, what would I appreciate? And again, that's what we do a lot of times. We try to go, you know, if I was a viewer or another juggalo that was at that gathering, heard about that, and felt the way we did, what would we appreciate? And so that's what we did. Yep. We did an ode, you know, a good salute to the gathering itself.
Right.
There, all the performers, all that. But in memory, which I can't imagine it being, you know, doing anything less.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that I didn't even have to think twice about that. I you know, I knew in person at the gathering.
Right.
You knew him, so again, I don't need no more reason than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than he wore one of these motherfuckers right here. Right.
Absolutely. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's on my table.
Right there. That's the reason.
Yeah, absolutely. 1,000%.
It was more better performing videos too, because people really like, you know, even people who were there at the gathering, you know, they're on their flights or long drive home or whatever. They get home and a couple weeks later, like, oh man, I really miss being at the gathering. And a video like that allows them to kind of go back to that headspace.
Right, exactly. And that's what I think that was the best part about it too.
We're there. You get to go, oh man, that looks awesome. We're real proud of that. Glad you brought that up.
Absolutely. So, speaking of videos, and I know some people have mentioned the fuck shit dabs and all that stuff we do. So, I know obviously video time frames vary, and Corey, I know you know more than I do on it, obviously, but we know that the pepper powder does not happen overnight. So go ahead and explain to the viewers here, like the average time. Because I know you're not really a business. I know it's the pepper powder is the business part of it. You know, you got the entertainment, which is the podcast, and you got the pepper powder, which is the business aspect. So explain to us kind of like what is the average time? Because like I know you guys kind of said it a little bit there. what's the average time that it would take behind making a regular one of your videos, and then also Corey and Bryce, because I know you guys are both involved in it, on the pepper powder, like the time frame of how long it actually takes to make the pepper powder.
So videos first. It's alive. It takes the amount of time that you're live, but also maybe an hour or two of discussion ahead of time of what we're going to talk about. We don't do scripted stuff.
Yeah, no.
We never have a script in front of us, and not hating on anyone who does that. Some people do that, and it's freaking great, and it's all put together, all neat and nice.
Good for them.
Right. No, I will say the only thing that is actually scripted about the Ring Man, about any of this, is the interviews, because I'm like, that's the only thing. Other than that, the questions are the only script. Outside of that, hey, it's fucking candid, bro. Like, we talk whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have notes. Like, people make fun of me. Like, Bryce, he's digital. He does most of his notes
have it on my phone,
on the computer.
laptop.
And then I'm sitting on a fucking notepad. Old school like that. So there are little things like that. But notes and stuff. So the live stuff, a lot less time. If it's an hour and a half live, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours man-hour goes into it.
Yeah, right.
But episodes of the show, on the low end, 15 hours. On the high end, 30 or 40.
Yeah, probably 40, especially if it's audio clip heavy, funny clips. Yeah. Probably 40, maybe 50. Yeah. If it's on the heavier end.
There are videos we have, like the video we did about Twisted. It's like a 2-hour, 9-minute video, or no, I don't forget how long that one is. But we spent at least 40 or 50 hours in recorders next to each other working on. And it was and again, all shot on a GoPro. Right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then
shout out to GoPros again, eh?
His computer, and then we edit it on some real janky bootleg video editing software and we've moved up in the game to Adobe Premiere since then. But that shit makes it worth it. So that stuff takes a long time.
Yes.
So if you have criticism, go ahead.
Yeah, throw it at us.
Make it count, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Props, we appreciate that because it takes so much time. Now the pepper powder is, so number one, it depends on how much of the pepper I'm personally growing in the blend, because peppers get the better part of a year in some. Once I have all the peppers, I've rounded them all up, grown, of course, I have them in front of me. A good few weeks, I would say about a month each batch it takes. Here, I'll show you something real quick. All right, hold on.
All right.
I got some peppers right here. You'll appreciate this.
And then I'd say for me, my main contribution is getting to try some of the peppers that he's about to throw in the upcoming pepper blend.
Oh, yeah, you are the official tester.
Yeah. Like one of our videos where I ate 2 of the ghost peppers that went into quite a few of those pepper powders. Hey, there you go. And, obviously people can go back and look at that, but my big contribution is getting to try those peppers.
Yeah.
Getting to test the hotness level, getting to let the people know how the actual pepper tastes, like flavor.
All that. So right here, dude, here's a bunch of dehydrated peppers. Let me explain something. This doesn't look like much, does it? Doesn't look like much. This is what 14 bell peppers dehydrates down to.
Damn.
That's how much water is in them. Ooh. This is 14 bell peppers. So it takes a lot of peppers to make a batch of pepper powder. I mean, this is probably 5 pounds of habaneros.
Holy shit.
Dehydrated down, right? This is probably 6-7 pounds of Fresno's dehydrated down. Ooh. So it takes a lot of peppers and therefore a lot of dehydrating. And then there's blending, bottling, and then the labels have to be made. Kiefer's real quick. Miko's real quick about turning them out. But those guys got a bunch of different clients. I'm not all, they don't work just for me or nothing. They've got 1,000,001 people they do great stuff for. So
right.
I would say each pepper powder blend, from when I start to actually work on it, have the idea of what it's going to be, to it's in bottles and ready to ship, it's about a month.
And that is, I would say, because I know you grow your pepper powders, and I would say that excludes the grow time, correct?
Yeah,
that's not including grow time.
I don't grow all of the peppers that are in my pepper powder because I need to have a whole farm. Like I said, like
right.
it takes so many peppers. But almost every one of them, either some of my peppers or a lot of them, and they're always sourced through growers that I know personally within a little network I have. So they're always sourced through great things. And what was I going to add? Also, that's another reason why I have so many people, and I'm so lucky. It's a good problem to have, by the way. So many people want to collaborate on a pepper powder blend since Romeo Gold.
Right.
And I just can't, like, I'd love to do, I'd love to do a blend with and for a ton of people, but realistically, I just can't, man. Like, I there's not enough peppers in the world. I'm honored, though, and I do say yes, as you know. You've got Rig Speed right there. You were the first one I did it with. Romeo Gold was more of like an ode to him because he's eaten so much of my pepper powder.
Right.
Name it after him, right? But so I kind of came up with the idea of the taste. I ran it by you. Came up with the idea for the artwork. Plucked it from your head. Kiefer then created it, right? So it takes a while, and I wish I could do one for everyone. I wish I could.
Right.
One, but
well, I have a little bit. It's not much of a surprise, but it's a little bit of a surprise gift for you guys. I am going to I'm going to let you guys pick how I do this. I either can do a simple finger taste test, or I can take you guys with me to my kitchen and I will find something to throw this on, and I will eat something with the AWR number 7 Rig Speed pepper powder on it.
Do the first one. I always encourage people when they get one pepper powder to a little bit of it.
Oh yeah, gosh,
straight up, so that you know the flavor level.
and don't do what Scarlett did, okay, guys?
I watched that and I went, oh no.
I was in the middle of work and I saw her go. I'm like, no, Scarlett, no. And she's like, oh, I regret that. I was like, yeah, well, I won.
It's funny. I was laughing too because she opened it and goes, oh my god, it's so tiny. I'm like, look, again, it's dehydrated, right? So
right. It lasts a long time.
Yes. Yeah. This is the equivalent to like a big ass bottle of hot sauce.
It really is. It really is.
So that was so funny. She stuck her tongue straight in that.
And then she also made her own batch of her own hot sauce, and like she said that she's sending me and you. It's gonna be between me, you, and her. She dumped a whole bottle. The only bottle I sent her, bro. She dropped the whole thing right into her hot sauce, and she started. I'm like, are you shitting me? I was like, yes. It was incredible. So we're going to be able to get some of that. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, she's a person that I've talked to that I am probably going to collab with pretty soon.
Right.
Because she makes hot sauce, right? So if we can incorporate a pepper powder that I make that's inside or comes with her hot sauce, that's fresh. So
absolutely. So
we'll be in 2024. I'll be in contact with her, and her and I will do something like that.
Absolutely. And Corey, before I do a taste test, should I say what me and you have talked about the new stuff? Should I say anything about that?
Did I?
All right, so me and Corey have there's, as far as I know, there's nothing but a number behind this. However, me and Corey have officially, when he's able to and ready, we are going to be working on the the number 8.2? Is that what you're calling it?
We're gonna do 8.5. It's gonna be
8.5.
It's gonna be similar but different.
Right.
The 0.5 of anything I've done.
Hey.
Right. So now I have a few very, 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 very close followers here that are probably watching. I'm not sure who. I got 5 people on my end. I'm not sure how many you have on yours. Sometimes that's always different too. But I have a few very avid followers that are like they like to have a constant, being able to get it no matter what all the time. And I had to explain to them, I'm like, no, I was like, Corey AWR is a rarity type hot pepper. I'm like, you're not going to be able to. It's like they can't. He's going to have his batch. He'll get his batch. He'll sell it, and then that's that for that. Like, it's a rarity thing. I was like, so you want to get I was like, you always want to get more than one. You want to get one to use and one to keep all the time. I was like, because I'll tell you what. I was like, you're going to be mad when you run out of that rig speed and you have no more.
I literally just bought 2 more from him today. I'm like, I gotta get a few more.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. So for anybody that does realize that, and like I said, Corey, Bryce, you guys correct me if I'm wrong here. Like I said, AWR pepper powder is not a Walmart shelf type pepper powder. This is a pepper powder that, hey, if you are somebody with a unique taste, like yours truly, and like Corey and Bryce, that have the unique taste of being able to taste the spice and the garlic and the actual individual peppers.
Yeah.
Of what is mixed in with this, and not just have a burning tongue. This is the type of pepper powder you want to get. This is the style that you would want to get, and I'm saying that because this isn't your average, hot pepper flakes you put on your fucking pizza from Domino's. This isn't your typical cayenne pepper or your hot whatever hot sauce or hot pepper you got. This ain't your typical shit. This is the type of stuff where, hey, it's like, hey, if you just want to fucking go balls to the wall and have some fucking nice fucking your regular seasonings and then marinate this motherfucker in some of this goddamn pepper powder, dude. I'm telling you, you're going to have some of the most amazing tasting steaks. You're going to have some of the best tasting fries, mac and cheese, pizza, all this shit, bro. Everything you put it on, man. It's limitless of what you can put this stuff on for it to taste amazing.
Talking of the pepper powder real quick. So, like, I know there are plenty of companies who make pure ghost pepper powder or pure Carolina Reaper powder or whatever, and you can find it online. And then there's stuff at the store, so your jalapeno powder, your cayenne powder. To my knowledge, there's a small company that make super hot powders, and they're in little plastic bags with basic white labels. But to my knowledge, this isn't really bragging, but again, to my knowledge, this is a fact. To my knowledge, there's nobody that's putting 5 or 7 different types of peppers and then specific amounts of other ingredients, and it's all small. It's just unique stuff, and I can only make so much of it at once right. So it is like I've never made the same one twice to this day.
Right. I with Corey. Right. With Corey's point there. Me and my wife were actually at Walmart earlier, and they had this hot sauce challenge box thing. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, yep, my shit has that in it. It has that in it. It has that in it. It has that in it. I was like, but you know what? I was like, hold up. What does this box not have in it? I was like, it doesn't have lemon peppers. It doesn't have Carolina Reapers. It doesn't. I'm over here counting. I'm like, it don't have half of the shit that this pepper has. I'm like, dude, fuck you, Walmart. I'm like, I'm keeping my pepper powder. Fuck you. But so. Without further ado, I'm gonna let Corey say what he's gonna say. While he's saying that, I'm gonna do the taste test here. You guys are gonna see my expression live here on how this stuff tastes.
Why was it that rig speed in particular, number 7 rig speed? I made it a point to make it as complex as possible, right? Like have as many, while keeping it realistic. Oh yeah, oh boy, that'll do it.
Oh yeah, that'll
do it.
I'll do it.
It tastes good. What?
Yeah,
stuff is like crack.
What?
It really is. It's like fucking crack, bro. You have some, you can't get it. You want more. It's so amazing.
It gets hotter over time.
Right, it does, and you like.
Oh, so good.
It's weird, but it's great. Like you get smacked with an immediate taste of like. For me, I hit the wall of hot. And then boom, it's broke down by the garlic. Yeah, the garlic smooths it out.
Taste the Himalayan salt and the black peppercorns real good too.
Yes.
And then you get a little hint of lemon pepper.
Yes, little bits here and there. Oh my god, It is so amazing.
Bro.
The very first time I ever tried this live, I told them that, like, some people were like, "Oh, it's gonna be too hot, it's too hot." I was like, "No, I did the exact same thing that I just did there." And I told them, I was like, "Watch how long it takes me to take a drink." It took me about 5 minutes. I had a full conversation with somebody before I was like, I got cotton mouth because I took a dab or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let me get. I've got cotton mouth right now. It's not even the heat was gone within about maybe like right now. The hot is gone. I taste the garlic pepper. I taste the lemon pepper, and I taste a little bit of the garlic. That's what I hear. That's what I have right now.
And you got red onion in there too.
Yeah, the onion. The onion is what makes my mouth water.
So all of my pepper powders thus far, all of them definitely have heat. There's no doubt about it.
Okay. Yes.
But the idea is to be spicy enough for people who actually like hot shit, right?
Yep.
But not obnoxious where it's like, okay, like this isn't enjoyable.
I can't eat it.
You can go on the internet and you can buy pure ghost pepper powder if you want, and you can ruin your food if you want. Choice. What I try to do is make it plenty hot. It's hot, but it's still enjoyable, right?
Right.
And the different types of peppers. Different types of peppers offer different kinds of heat. Some have they kind of kick in later and last longer. Some are
right.
So they it's definitely hot. But I would tell anyone, like, it's not obnoxious hot. At least
no.
Different, right? Everyone has a different level of tolerance.
Right. And like for me, the best way that I can describe the heat for me is, like I said, it hits you like a brick wall of heat. Like, boom. Instant, because that's what you're putting. You're putting fucking peppers in your mouth, right? Yeah. And then it's immediately cooled down by like by the lemon and the garlic, the garlic, and then the onion sets in. It makes your mouth water, right? And then after that, all of the other peppers start hitting your tongue, and you get the blast of flavor of the Carolina Reaper, the habaneros, the reds, all of this other stuff starts hitting your tongue. It's like, oh my god, and it makes your mouth water. And then boom.
When you mix it in food or like put it on pizza, you can either put it on food or mix it in. That heat comes out and stays a lot longer when it's mixed.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
If you do a straight up of it, it's maybe more intense, but it goes away quicker. If it's food, oh man, that heat isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, no.
It's staying all over. Okay. Yeah. And let me kind of explain why Corey's saying that. Is because the reason why he's saying that is because if you just taste it like how we did, it's just on your tongue. It's just going to go in your tongue, and it's going to go away quick, right? When you're eating food, you're chewing on it, you're swallowing it. It's going all up and all of it. It's going in every crevice of your fucking mouth.
And
for the most part, at least. And you're getting it everywhere.
If it's something with any kind of sauce, it rehydrates it. So it really spreads out. You put it in some fettuccine, Alfredo, spaghetti, you fucking name it. It believe me, it can a little goes a long way. I'll say that.
Absolutely. It absolutely does. It's incredible, and like honestly, like as of right now, I've seen Corey take his drink there. I don't know how many he's taken there since he took his pepper powder, but I'm gonna tell you, I know he's not drinking because it's hot. He's drinking because he's thirsty, and I'm drinking for the same fucking reason.
What I try to do is, I'm like on the scale, I'm probably in the low medium range for tolerance. You and I are about the same.
Right.
I could dump this in his mouth and he would just be like, like a cat who chewed on something he shouldn't.
Yeah, I love that.
He has been defeated, but it took two of the ripest, best ghost peppers I've ever grown. And he's eaten 2 chocolate boolas to the stem, back to back.
Yeah.
Chocolate habaneros, 2 back to back. So remember, people are different. Like,
people are different.
There are people I know who had, if my mom or my friend Brooke had even a little grain of this, they'd die. Right?
Yeah.
So people are different. Like, people are very different.
That's how my wife is.
So kind of in the middle area. So I make them on the high end for me, and I think that kind of suits everyone.
Yeah.
And each one is a little different. Like, they're not all
right. It really is. It really is
hotter than others. Some blends are like number 2 Mona Pain.
I was just about to say that one.
That one was fucking hot.
Yeah.
but that had boatloads of my own ghost peppers in it. So they're different heat levels. They're not all the same.
Right.
They have different peppers, different flavors, different amounts of different things. So
right. Absolutely. That's why I love the pepper powder, because I mean you can't go wrong with it, really.
It makes every food better. That's what I'm told.
Yes,
it really does. It absolutely does. I do concur.
On anything,
and it'll take something like a TV dinner, like a frozen food from your freezer that's like maybe like meh, I'm hungry, I'll eat it, to really good.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
So
okay, so these next two questions I have. You're good. Bryce, you can answer these two. Not a problem here. The next few questions I have here are going to be kind of like I'm going to try to cater them the best I can, because I know you guys aren't a business for profit. You guys are it's AWR as a podcast, and then you have the pepper powder as the side thing, basically. So I guess in a sense, I have what would be, because I know the pepper powder, that's per batch. It just depends on how much you're able to get. So for the actual podcast, what would you say is probably the longest video you ever had to make?
Ooh, the longest video. There are a few that are up there. I'd say most recently, maybe our three-headed monster one that we did when the tour stopped here back in May. That might have been one of the more recent ones. But I think, like Corey mentioned earlier, I think overall, it has to be that Twisted one. I think that one clocks in at 2 hours and some change.
I think so, and I think to make it, because again, it has so many audio clips.
Yeah.
And then also clips of different people. It was... I remember, dude, it took us, we filmed it, and then it was every waking moment we had until you left late Sunday and then into the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this man is a soldier when it comes to video editing. If he doesn't know how to do it, he'll figure it out. If I have an idea and I say, Bryce, this doesn't look good enough, I want it to look like this. Even if he doesn't know how to do it, he'll fucking figure it out.
That's great.
And
that's not bad.
Stay with it. He will stay with it. He has a patience that is just like.
That's awesome.
I could not do it without him for that alone and other reasons.
Yeah, and vice versa. As Corey and I always say, what really makes AWR work is our natural chemistry and our natural roles of, Corey. Taking charge with, thinking of many topics, being more the leader guy, and I'm great, as he would say, the clickety clacks. Like that's
right.
That's where I
yin and yang right here.
Yeah.
It's a big balance. I very much am probably more vocal, and kind of lead the video, if you will. And he gives great input, and then he's really strong on the editing side. So we both. You
guys both have your strong points about what you do with what you do here. Essentially. Bryce, this is kind of more focused on you part here. I know you've mentioned before that you do your music, that you have your music and all that stuff. You actually personally gave me one of your CDs during the gathering. I have no way to listen to CDs, unfortunately, but I still have it. I actually have it in my keepsake box with all my stickers. So feel free to kind of tell the viewers here a little bit about what you do with your music.
Yeah, so I've been rapping since I've been in like 7th grade, so like late 2004. Took it probably more seriously in 2010, and really got to ramp up all of my process with getting on making my own beats instead of using like YouTube beats or SoundCloud.
Right.
Learning how to mix and master my own stuff. It up with the artwork that my buddy Alex does. So really similar to AWR, figuring out ways like, okay, I've done this, but how can I do it better?
Oh, hold on.
Right, exactly.
Let me say one thing real quick. This should not be underappreciated. This guy does his own bars, of course.
Yep.
He does his own mastering. He does everything. Very, very few artists, especially on an underground or independent level, can do it.
Yeah.
He has put time in and has the skill as well to do that. I don't think underappreciated. appreciated it.
Right, and that's a big reason why I wanted to mention that, because I know that not many people that even know about AWR know that Bryce is a rapper, and that's why I wanted to kind of put that in the spotlight a little bit, because it's like, I personally, like I said, I haven't been able to listen to the CD, but you guys send me your links, like if you have YouTube stuff, or if you have ways for me to be able to actually like share your music on Facebook.
Go on AWR, man. You can go there. We released a Beat a Man video on our channel just a few months back.
Yeah, like back in July or something.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, if you want, I can try to help push that more on my end too. And if you want, you can always personally send me any of those videos. If you have small clips or whatever of what you have, I can always, make a reel out of it. Whatever it might be, I can help, kind of advertise that for you as well, if you would like to. But yeah, like I said, everybody, I thought that was probably one of the coolest things I ever heard whenever they came up to me lady, because I hadn't met them yet at all. I just dealt with them with the pepper powder. I believe it was with the Wild Ride number 5. I'd just gotten that from them, and then they came and they were like, we're gonna have some at the gathering. I was like, all right, bet. And then bam, I fucking ran it. I'm like, Corey, holy shit! And this dude is fucking these now. I'm only 5'5", okay, 5'6" on a good day. These motherfuckers are like giants compared to me. All right, so like. It's almost 100 fucking degrees outside, all right? And I'm over here sweating my nuts off, and I'm all like, yo, Corey, what's up, dude? He's like, hey, you want some pepper powder? I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm like, it's only 100 degrees out. Why not? Let me just burn my shit. Fuck it. Yeah. Well, for anybody that stopped at Camp Chicken Nuggets, everybody that was there ended up getting to try and was able to get a burger made for free if they were willing to try the Wild Ride number 5 on their shit. And I regret to say it, but this is why I have a whole other jar that's not opened yet for this reason. It got wet at the gathering. Yeah, this is the bottle that I currently go out of when I use it, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this, and this is my memento because it got this way at the gathering. This is gathering shit right here. So, but there's a whole bunch of people that learn about that learn about AWR because of that powder. So
fucking dope, man. I remember that quite well. Yeah. And that. There's moisture in the air all the time. Every time you open it, little air gets in there, right? That's a silica packet in there. So if you ever buy my pepper powder, always leave that silica packet in there.
Absolutely. Yep.
As can be.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And I've emphasized that to everybody because I'll shout them out now. I got Beef that has you guys know him as Jonathan Amesman. We got Beefy. He got the pepper powder. Miss Maggie Ann got the pepper powder. And the winners of the Rigs giving, or the waffle I just did. The winners of the waffle are all winning a little jar of the pepper powder plus the stickers. So everybody's going to be getting their chance to get these get this pepper powder, and they're going to be able to experience it. And hopefully, whenever you guys when you get your next batch out and we get the 8.5 going, we're going to have some hardcore people that are going to be wanting pre-ordered.
I spoke earlier. It'll be 7.5 actually.
7.5. That's correct.
Number 8 is coming up here. Actually, I might as well tell people about it. So Timothy Young of Dead Canvas is actually doing
Picasso
because he wanted to do like kind of an ode to his mentor and stuff like that, right? And so he did it for this one, and it's going to be called Picasso's Dead Rub.
It's okay.
And anyway, Picasso.
We drop each other all the time here. It's okay.
And it will be Cajun. It will be a Cajun hot powder. So that'll be fresh. That should come out right around the New Year.
Nice. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Right around Christmas. I think I'll either do Christmas or New Year, one of those 2 days, but right in that area.
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Well, I know I'm excited about it. You already know you can count me in for at least 2 or 3 jars for sure.
Oh, you're gonna want this one. This is gonna be a Cajun season. It'll be something totally different, man.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited for it. So, kind of on the order size here. Corey, when it comes down to the batches that you've had to make for your pepper powder so far, what would you say is like the largest batch of pepper powder that you've made since you started making them?
So the one I've got going currently is going to be the biggest. This one will be, I'm guessing, I'm just guessing. I never really know until I get closer to, when I have it blended, but this one will be 75, 85, maybe even 100 vials. But the biggest one that exists thus far is number 7 rig speed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Number 7 rig speed was 66 vials, and I'm keeping a good handful of this one. And of course, you have quite a few of them, so they're all a limited thing. I try to make them good size, but I can only make so many. It's just so they're always limited. But this new one is going to push up on 100 vials, man.
Yeah,
and it's going to be at a really great price where people will be able to get 3 for 30 or 35, something like that. It'll be a great price.
Right. For the viewers, the view is going to be a little weird for probably a little bit because they are probably sideways due to the charging, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Be patient. Hey, they're getting the interview, so it's all good. So, moving on to you mentioned the pricing of them. So, when it comes down to like the Rigsby pepper powder, how much are we selling it for?
Well, the rig speed.
Yes.
2 for $29, and it was 2 for $29 and 3 for $42, if I remember correctly. Yep, that's right.
So there you have it.
That includes shipping.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. And for anybody that wants to know, I could not remember for the fucking life of me, so that's why I had Corey say it just now.
Yeah, 2 for $29, 3 for $42. Yeah, that's what it was.
Good deal right there.
And that includes shipping. I have. There's this man here's getting a couple of them. I'll keep a couple of them. So I've got maybe, 6 left for sale myself. And then you, of course, have the sauce from there.
I think as of right now, because I've already had a few people get it, I think I'm actually down to like 10 or maybe 14 in that realm.
Yeah.
So I haven't personally been pushing it hard. I haven't been pushing it too hard because of the holidays. I don't want to. I am on the side of. I understand that, yes, the pricing of this pepper powder might be on the expensive side for some of you, but that is because of the rarity and the time that it takes and the work that is involved. Okay, I don't personally think it's expensive, but I know for some viewers and for some people, it might feel that way. So you guys know it is available.
How far? Number one, it costs a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
yes, it does. A lot of fucking money.
I don't think people. And it's okay. I don't blame them. Most people don't understand that seasons affect. Like we're in Minnesota,
right?
Okay?
Right.
Getting certain peppers in the dead of winter in Minnesota is expensive, right? And you need a lot of them. And then there's everything else that goes into it. So believe it or not, and then also keep in mind the stuff goes a long way. So
yes, it does.
In my opinion, it's cheap. If you ask me for what it is. But I also do understand that to some people who maybe wouldn't usually try something like this, they think, oh man, spending, $30 or whatever on some pepper powder, that's wild. But then check this out though. Every single person, with the exception of like one person who I think won some from us, every person has been a repeat customer.
Right,
every
exactly.
single one of them. Everyone.
Right. And one person I would like to give a massive special shout out to, I don't know if he's actually watching right now, is my buddy Beefy, Don Amesman. He hits you guys up for someone, sir. Yeah. He has been hooked since, I believe, Romeo Cold.
Yeah.
He got
a good bit.
Yeah, he got some of that, and he was instant. I put the Romeo Gold in with.
You get what you pay for, and then some.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the 006 Romeo Gold, and he was he was the winners of some of the waffles. I believe at some point I also hooked him up with stuff for being a very loyal fan for me. And I don't like to use the word loyal. He has been a very he's been a very avid follower. He's been very, you know what I mean? He's stuck with me, and so I gave him some of that, and like he was hooked. And like the second I mentioned that we were doing pepper powder with you, he goes, "Yo, how do I get some?" I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to get it yet. Hold on. I'm like, I haven't even paid for it yet, bro. I don't have it yet. It's not even made. We have a name. That's it. He goes, I just want it. I'm like, all right, cool.
I always encourage people to give me feedback. Tell me what foods they've tried it on. You wouldn't believe the different things that people have tried my pepper powder on. Just last week, a buddy of mine, he got some of the rig speed, and he got a deer this season during deer season, and he made venison tacos. He made venison tacos with rig speed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's
fancy boy stuff, right? And he loved it. He said it was great with the venison. So there's 101 ways to use it. I truly, there's no such thing as a product that's for everybody.
Right.
But especially in food. But I'll tell you, again, no bullshit. Everyone has been a repeat customer. And I like to do stuff that honors different juggalos in the community or people. Same with the themes, all that stuff. So, and remember, you know, those labels, the artwork costs money.
Yep.
Labels,
yes, it does.
costs money, especially sweet ass artwork, metallic labels, all that. So
yeah, for real.
And you always get a big fat sticker in mine. So it really, I think if you were to ask people who have eaten plenty of it, and there are plenty of them, every one of them would tell you it's worth it and then some.
Oh, absolutely.
And here's how 8 of them.
Right, and here is how worth and amazing it is. For those of you that watched the waffle earlier, my buddy Lenny Clark won a couple. He was the I think the second place winner. So Lenny, it was. Sorry, I had to get that out of there. Yeah. There we go. Lenny has agreed to not only get 2 bottles, or I think I'm giving Lenny enough to be able to have his own to keep, and he is putting some on of the beer wheel. He's gonna have I believe it's either snorting the pepper powder, or he's gonna I don't know what he's gonna do exactly, but he's gonna put an option on. He's gonna put a thing on the beer wheel that you have to do something with the Rick Speed pepper powder. One thing that definitely might be is doing a toe dab covered pepper powder covered toe dab, because I did one before I did my live stream, and then that's when he was like, I'll put it on the beer wheel. So that is one thing.
That would be a spot that no one would want to land on, bro.
I know, it's so awesome. I love it. I love it.
Spot that no one wants to land on. And just I want to say this as a full disclosure, at All Wrongs Reserved Pepper Powder Company, we do not condone or suggest to do any of this motherfucking shit whatsoever. You should put it in your food and eat it, and that's it. Anything else, if that's on you, you make your own decision. We don't approve. We get fucked.
Hey, Corey. Hey, Bryce. Did I ever tell you how much I fucking love you guys? Holy shit,
that's what my lawyer told me to say. Word for word, too.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Hey, so I don't know if he's still in here or not, but we were just speaking on it. We were talking about him. We had Mr. Timothy Young coming in here, so I'm going to pause the interview real quick, and I'm going to give a special shout out to him. Right now, the waffle I have posted right now is for a hoodie that you guys can have your chance to win for $5. $5 a ticket, okay? And you guys can have your chance to win a hoodie with Mr. Timothy Young's design that he created for me of the Rigman Zigzag Papers. It is of the Christmas design. Yeah, so if you guys would like to, and Corey, Bryce, you guys are more, everybody, my waffles are for everyone. My rigaways are for everyone. Anyone and everyone can enter these things. As long as you pay
I know I copped a spot for us in one of those. Is that one full yet?
The waffle that we did, that was the one that we ran this morning. That was the big one. We ran that one this morning. I had to run it this morning because my work's coming in because of the holidays, so we had to run it already. And we picked the four. We did the four winners. We had Matt's mom, Miss Anna. She won first place. Lenny won second place. Rachel was third, and then my buddy Dirk was fourth place. But that encouraged me to say, hey, let me keep these waffles going. Let me get them smaller, affordable for everybody to be able to, hey, I want a ticket because it's $5 a slot. The one I have right now, the waffle that is going right now has 2 slots left available. They're $5 a piece, like I said, and it's for your guys' chance to win a hoodie, sizes small to 5XL of the logo of that design.
Give me a spot. You got 1 spot left.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 1 spot left in that. Do what? You want? All right. All right, so there we go. All right, so the waffle is now, okay, so I guess that waffle is now full.
Yeah, there you go.
So, what I will do, hell yeah, that's what's up. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow when I get out of work, tomorrow's live stream will be of the waffle running. I will run that waffle. I will pick the winner, and then what I will try to do is Saturday morning, when I go out to go, I gotta take out the previous waffle winners. I gotta get some of those out in the mail that I can. I'm gonna get whoever wins this small waffle here, I'm gonna get you out in the mail with them as well on Saturday. I'm gonna be posting another waffle probably tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night, and it'll be of another hoodie of a different design, same thing, $5 a spot, 10 spots.
I like
okay.
Looking boy.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm doing. It's going to be a different design each time. That way you guys can get your chance to win a design from all of these different artists. We have an artist. We have
and get the rig speed design on a hoodie. That would be expensive, but awesome.
Ooh.
It would be expensive, but it would be...
That'd be fresh.
Even maybe... Yeah, and the reason why they say expensive is because I don't own the rights to that image. Well, that's Keeper. That's all of them. So
Keeper and me, because it's me. So I give you permission. You talk to Keeper.
Okay. Because I can, yeah. So that might be a thing. I might be able to figure that out. I might be able to get that figured out. It may not be right away, but we can definitely probably get that taken care of. For sure.
Just simplify it, right? And it's the car, and then you with the shirt, and then the AWR logo there. Just
right. We just have to condense it all to one spot instead of it being so wide. That's all it would have to be. Yeah. It'd be very simple.
That's what I'm Kiefer, because he can do that in like probably 30 seconds. Like
right, exactly. So I will say now, like I said, the waffle is now closed that I have posted. I will be making another waffle tomorrow at some point of a new design. We have the design from Angela Barrick with Cosmic Horror Show. We have Tim Young's design of the one that's up now. Plus, we have the regular version, which will be available. And all these designs are available for sale if you want them. They're very cheap. They're like, I think, I don't remember what the price is off my hand right now. But they're very affordable, and but I'm doing these waffles for you because it's Christmas time, and I'm trying to give them to you guys for a very, very cheap fucking price. I mean, you can't beat $5 for a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't.
Nope.
Yeah. So, like I said, I will be getting that new waffle posted at some point later, and like I said, $5 spot, $10 spot, or $5 a spot, 10 spots. Simple as that. The faster you guys fill these waffles, the faster I can get them out into the mail to you. Okay? I don't care if I'm running 2 or 3 waffles a day because you guys are filling them that quick. I'll run 4 or 5 hoodies and I'll waffle them all off. And guess what? I'll have them all out in the mail the next fucking day. You know what I mean? That's how it could work. I don't mind. Shit. You guys are paying for it, so hey. You know what I'm saying?
Got that one full.
Yep.
I gotta go. We gotta head out of here in a couple minutes. You got anything else? I'm not trying to bail on you. I just gotta plug this in.
Oh yeah. So okay. So since you guys, let me look real quick. So I'll have you answer 3 more questions, 2 with one and together, and then 1 to end it here. What is your favorite part about what you guys do here? And with what you all do with All Wrongs Reserved, how did you guys come up with your name?
One day I was in my living room at my house that I was living in down in Florida, and Bryce had we were kind of gifting each other albums back and forth, like several per week during COVID shit, right?
Yep.
And I looked at the back. He sent me the original version of Psychopath Outer Space, and I'm looking at the back of it, and it says Joe and Joey Records, and they did that instead of Psychopathic so that they couldn't, if they got sued, it would be a tiny little company under Psychopathic instead of Psychopathic itself.
Right.
All the beat jacking on those albums. And then under that, it said All Wrongs Reserved. And I just thought that was a brilliantly clever and funny idea. So it's actually stolen, to be honest with you. They put it in tiny little print on the back of Psychopathic Outer Space. And I said, that's I told him.
I loved it right away. I was like, that makes so much sense.
No conversation. Because we planned to, we did plan to talk about things that might get copyright straight, and we just YouTube is a pill, right? So we were just like, that's it. AWR, All Wrongs Reserved. It's 3 letters too, shortened. AWR. And as far as speaking for myself, my favorite part of doing it is kind of a 2 thing. Number one, it's obviously just spending time with my boy, but also in that is I've learned a lot about what I'm actually good at and where I can help.
And I'd say for me, one of my favorite parts, along with, getting to do this with my dog, really getting to, use my skill set in a way I haven't had to, I haven't been able to do yet. Like, obviously, music's my thing, pro wrestling guy, but I haven't really been able to talk about the stuff I love with my and in the capacity that we enjoy and we have fun with, but that we can put up to. So that's probably my favorite part, is just getting to put that on camera and be like, hey, this is what we talk about. Hope y'all fucking like it.
Yeah, it's an open conversation. Like we always try to treat it like you, the viewer, are in the room right there with us. That's why we don't hyper edit. That's why if we fuck up and misspeak, we don't always cut it out. We don't have script. We have a little stuff, but it's live in concert, and it's done that way so that the person who's watching feels like they're chilling with their home, or just like in an organized fashion.
Right. Well, all right. So before you guys go, so you guys gotta get going. This is something new that I kind of started once we recreated once I got this page the way it is now. And I was able to get the interviews fully restarted and rebooted. We can hear it from both of you, and then I'll let you guys get off of here. If there was one message that you can leave to anybody in the world, whether it be my followers, your followers, or anyone that might hear your voice and your words, what would be your one message to the world about anything?
Man, that's pretty.
That's a good question.
That's a big one. I got you here. Good off top.
That one has stumped everybody. I love it.
I good off top. Check me out. So I would probably say, remind yourself, or find a way to remember that there is a balance in life of negative and positive. You don't control it all the time, and you have to, control what you can control, and don't try to control that which you can't.
For me, one thing I guess that comes to mind ultimately, especially when I think of just us as AWR and us as Bryce and Corey, is ultimately stay true to yourself. Don't fake the funk. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you faked the funk, just stay true to yourself. Don't fake the funk for nobody. Be yourself. And if people don't like it, fuck them. Be yourself.
Absolutely.
If they don't like it, fuck them. Fuck them against the wall.
Yeah. I love that. That's fucking fantastic. All right, everybody. I know that Corey and Bryce gotta get out of here, so I'm not gonna hold them up too much longer. Everybody, once again, this was Corey. This is Corey Pulling and Bryce Foster with All Wrongs Reserved. Everyone, they are their links are posted. Their personal names are posted. Everything that you need to know about them and AWR is every way to try to figure out what they do and what they are is attached to this live stream. Okay, so everybody, like I said, I have.
Let me add something to that, yo. Since I have a few of these left, if you aren't, go over to our YouTube page, All Wrongs Reserved Media.
Yep.
Subscribe to it, and I'm going to pick 3 new subscribers over the next, let's say, 72 hours, and I'll give away 3 of these.
Hey.
To 3 different people. So if you're already subscribed, good. If you're not, go subscribe and get some of this powdered gold for free. So head over, subscribe All Wrongs Reserved Media on YouTube, and I'll pick 3 people that go and subscribe, and I'll get a hold of them and mail them. Just get in the comments or something on our Facebook. Show us that you subscribed with the screenshot. Go subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Media, and I'll ship out a few of these to some people.
Oh yeah. So there you guys heard it from the man himself.
Yes,
if you guys want to get your own, if you want to have your own your chance to win and some more of this pepper powder, hey.
On it, you can try it for free just by subscribing to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
And
there you go.
You can tell me and Bryce if we're right or wrong about this stuff.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So there you go. If you guys need to, like I said, if you guys want your chance to win a vial of this Rick Speed pepper powder, make sure you guys go like and subscribe to their YouTube podcast, their YouTube channel, and there you go. Maybe you could be one of the lucky 3. All right. So like I said, again, this was Corey Pulling and Bryce Foster with All Wrongs Reserved. Again, these are the guys behind the podcast and the amazing pepper powder. So, Corey, Bryce, before you leave, is there any questions that you have for the Rig Man here that at all?
Yeah. What would be the cost to take a can of hairspray or Axe and spray it with a lighter until your beard is gone?
Priceless. How's that?
Okay, so $100, right? Right. It'll grow back.
No, I am not. No, I'm not. I have been growing out my beard now for. I've been growing out my beard now for probably about close to 2 years now. When it's combed down and everything, it's nice. But yeah, you're the first person to ever asked that.
At the casino, because I am not beyond or above approaching you at the gathering and be like, really, $1,000? All right here. No, going once. What? Yeah. So.
You might have to add a few more digits behind that one. No. Nothing but love for you guys. I appreciate you. Hey, I am beyond humbled that you guys took time out of your guys' busy schedule, because Corey and Bryce are just as busy as I am. Corey had to rush over to when he was done working to fucking get over here for this interview. I know we didn't do too much of a Q&A today. I don't know how much time they have, but like I said, if you guys
on here again, no thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We can always do this again once the week. Like I said, I'm booked until mid-January. So when it comes down to doing another cycle of some of the interviews, I'm gonna do like a point 2 or an interview. How are you doing now in your business kind of interview type thing with some of you that have been with me since the start. That way you guys we can kind of see how much you guys have improved from now to then kind of thing. So we're gonna have more interviews with everybody. We're gonna get them going again, and you guys are gonna have, if anything with that one, you guys will definitely have your chance to ask some questions. I also know that this was a little bit of a later stream than normal, so I didn't have too many people that knew much about you guys. So it's okay. This was more of a learning experience for them because they got to learn some stuff about you guys. So you
can always share it and people can watch it.
People can always watch
it. Exactly. So
right.
Exactly. So
unfortunately, I do still have to work a day job. So does he.
Yeah.
So do you, right?
Yep.
And I work at a restaurant where there is no consistent time of release.
Yes, exactly.
We made it work. Fought all the tech and everything, and here we are.
Yeah, right. Hey, I will say I think it worked out amazingly. There might have been some little tech issues here and there with the phone and all that good stuff, but hey, it's okay. That's how it happens. It works. But like I said, guys, I am greatly appreciative of you guys coming in here and taking time out of your day to let me interview you guys. I'm humbled. I love you guys. You guys are incredible. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. And for anybody, like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments about anything on the interview, or if you have any questions for Corey and Bryce, feel free to just hit the link that's on this page, and it'll take you to their podcast. You can check out what they have, and then obviously you can just talk. They are very busy, but if you ever have any questions about the pepper powder or to try to collab with them, if it's available and Corey has the time for it, all you gotta do is respectfully hit up Corey and he will talk with you. Yeah. That's what we're all about here, is respecting each other. But we're all juggalos. We all know we clown on each other, but it's all about respect. If you can't have respect for somebody, don't expect to be able to get business from you. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? We're all adults here, and if you can't have that as a common sense thing in your brain, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? This is all wrongs reserved, baby. So I appreciate you guys for coming in here. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys rock it. Bryce, thank you for doing what you had to do to get this whole thing set up, and then we're on Corey's phone. I appreciate you, bro. I'm sorry it didn't work out with the laptop. I should have told you guys that to begin with. That way you had a charged phone. But it's all good. It worked out. I appreciate you guys for coming in here. Again, everybody, this is All Wrongs Reserved with Corey Poling and his buddy Bryce Foster. And I'm going to give one huge last shout out here before you guys hop off here. Corey told me about the people that were involved in this whole situation, this whole thing, and I'm going to give a special shout outs to all of them right now. So shout outs obviously to Corey and Bryce there. Shout outs to Kiefer Baker. Shout outs to Miko. They are Miko is an artist within Dead Canvas, and then a huge extra ultra humbling shout outs to Corey's parents, his mom and dad. They have all, amongst all of their medical issues that they have been dealing with, they managed to help come together and be able to be the taste testers. And his dad was fucking in there fucking bottling some of that shit. So I am greatly humbled, and I appreciate it. Everybody that tastes this pepper powder, just know that, hey, there was some serious blood, sweat, and tears that went into this. Yeah. All right. So seriously, it was basically damn near a family-made product. Okay. So, don't take advantage of it and waste it. Enjoy it, savor it. Get you gotta buy two of them, like I said, because there's no point to buying one. If you buy one, you're wasting your money, honestly. So make sure you guys get it. Yeah. So make sure you guys get in on that pepper powder. I got the Rick Speed pepper powder. Like Corey said, go subscribe to their YouTube page, and you can be a lucky winner of some of it. I'm
giving away.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Yep. So there you go. So on that note, everybody, I'm gonna let Corey and Bryce get out of here because I know they're busy. I'm gonna stay on later, and we're gonna do some dabbing and medicating and having a little bit more fun before I hop off here myself. So again, thank you guys for coming in. I seriously appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you very much. All wrongs reserved, motherfuckers.
Hey, and whoop whoop, brother.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
We appreciate you, G.
Appreciate you, dog.
Peace.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Two groups.